And now for our gold sponsor speech, Allwyn Lottery Solutions, a cutting-edge technology provider in the lottery sector and a member of the Allwyn Entertainment Group, a modern multinational lottery and gaming group with a leading presence in Europe and North America. Let's welcome Mr. Dionysios Alexopoulos, Head of Information Security.
With his speech, an accurate application inventory as key to secure SDLC.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Hey, everyone. Good afternoon. I'm Dion, Head of Information Security in Allwyn Lottery Solution, a software creation house for lottery and gaming services, which actually provides software and support lotteries around the world. I'm thrilled to be here between you today in order to speak about a very important, a very essential tool for our Secure SDLC, for our software development lifecycle security. I need to say that this initiative has fully been conceptualized, designed, and implemented by our security engineers in our security team. We are having many different sub-functions like application security, security architectures, also risk management, which functions ensure that the software we create and deliver to our customers is actually compliant and secure. The concept of the application security inventory is pretty simple, but when you understand concepts like the shadow code, like legacy code integrations, and when you try to automate things, then things start becoming a little bit more complex. So today we will go quickly through to what an application security inventory for SDLC is, okay? Why it's vital for us, and for any software creation house, I would say, how it works, and a few challenges that are left behind also. So as the title says, as we understand when we say inventory, what it is actually a consolidation in a single location, okay? You could name it a database, okay, of all the internal and the commercial application an organization creates, a software creation organization, okay? Consolidated with all the security and engineering information, okay, and managed effectively through IT collaboration tools like Jira and Confluence for our case. You can potentially use other options of IT collaboration tools or IT ticketing and system management tool like ServiceNow or something more. Okay. So the IT collaboration tools give us the opportunity to being able to query the data, this engineering and security metadata, and being able to draw conclusions, having graphs, get statistics, etc., etc. So I have taken some censored and non-confidential snapshot. So this is what our tool looks like. You can see that there are also information related with the runtime environment of the application, if it's production or non-prod, the network access that the applications that are listed are associated with, for example, behind VPN or not, information regarding logging. In the last screenshot, you can see also stats regarding the code coverage. Our applications are being covered often in terms of application security, and additional also information that make more engineer and security life easier. Okay. So why do we need it? As security people and as security team of a software creation house, it's vital for us to being able to have full visibility of our full application ecosystem. Okay. And having consolidated all this information in one place makes that very, very important, very critical for us. So first of all, it helps us having a full view of our ecosystem, okay? what are the applications, for what clients, additional information regarding, as mentioned, coverage. So it helps us tackle issues like shadow code or legacy code or third-party code that has been integrated by third parties or code that has been developed in the past by engineers who have left the organization, and help us bring some order to the chaos. Okay. Secondly, and very importantly, help us to create stats through IQL languages, through query languages based on Jira and Confluence. We can query the data, and we can see information, for example, as mentioned, with what tool we covered with what scanning tool we are covering our application, or what other types of tools, apart from scanning our application, are associated with, what type of data, confidential or non-confidential, our application are associated with, what access there is, who created it, developers, QAs, product owners, etc., etc. Furthermore, it gives us the ability to link it with additional metadata, like architectural information, like architectural documentation. This helps us very much in security, non-security activities. For example, it helps us create effective threat models, identify the perimeter, identify the systems our applications are interactive with. Also, help us very much during triaging. Okay, help us when we receive a vulnerability from a scanning tool to identify if actually is true or false. Okay, because we get holistic information from this application, so that helps us. Help us with incident response and with audits as well. Okay, we have consolidated information and compliance and regulatory information about that application, information about pen tests associated with that application, so it's easy for us to provide that to auditors and proceed with these compliance requirements. Also, through widgets, Jira and Confluence give the opportunity to create automated diagrams. I need to confess that this is on a manual state currently, because it needs further integration and further work in order to automate diagram creation. So, as mentioned, how it works, actually, combination of Jira assets, which is a database specifically from Jira associated with storing of software or information assets with specific dedicated fields and ability to customize it in order to make it appropriate for your applications. Repositories, the repositories where we are storing the application, GitHub or GitLab or whatever each organization uses in order to store application and code. The workflows, okay, the CI/CD pipeline automation, and UI components and graphs and query languages, which help us to draw stats and have graphs and having a more graphical representation of what we are looking for. So, is it a panacea? Does it resolve everything? Does it solve all the problems? No. The more we dig, the more we find shadow code, legacy code, third-party code. So, challenges still remaining. We try, but we put, as mentioned, order to a chaos slowly and step by step. Also, there will always be lack of knowledge about code that is important in order to add this application to the application inventory. We will not always have all the metadata that are necessary in order for the system to work. And also, finally, it's a very complex system. Again, we cannot rely on manual data input and updates. Everything needs to be automated in order of something like that to work. So things break. For example, CI/CD automations that are important in order to transfer repository links to the system, or cloud automation, for example, Lambda functions that are associated with the development environments. All glitches happen, things break, and we need always to have them in mind and actually maintain them. And finally, all these elements wouldn't be possible without the expertise and the effort of our two application security engineers, Dimitro and Vangeli, whose expertise and help led actually to that project take place. And there is a last one, which Kostas Arkioses, he's over there, helped immensely the previous aforementioned people with his cloud security and automation experience to troubleshoot things. So this is our initiative. Thank you very much for your attention, and any questions? You're welcome.
Thanks a lot.
So you will be...
And
You will be at the booth of...
Of Allwyn Lottery Solutions.
And you can take your QA there, I guess. So if everyone wants to have a question for...
My team is over there, so they can also support
awesome.
with other additional things.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you
You're
for being
welcome.
Thanks a lot
here
for
with
being
us.